Organizational development. OD is the systematic and planned approach to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of the organization. Organizational development is important to ensure effective growth and survival of the organization. It is the process which can improve the effectiveness of an organization through managing the behaviors of people within that organization. But it is important to have the structure and systems in place to allow change to be implemented and planned effectively, and analyze real data, which can then be used to implement further change. Key characteristics of ODR. Planned initiative. Supported by top management. Strategic approach. Problem solving. Collaborative approach. Focus towards systems and processes. Team building. Initiative must produce result. Planned initiative. Planning is the most important characteristic of OD. All the stakeholders must be engaged in the planning process, so that objections can be highlighted in the planning phase. Supported by top management. The top management should be taken in confidence about OD initiative, because without the support of top management, initiative may not succeed. Strategic approach. Initiative plan must support and strengthen strategic goals, and should not become a barrier in achievement of strategic goals. Problem solving. OD initiative must solve the identified problem. It is a continuous and time-consuming process. If initiative cannot solve the identified problem, it will be a huge loss of resources. Collaborative approach. It requires collaboration of all stakeholders, not for just few days, but for months. Without collaboration, initiative will face hurdles and may not produce results. Focus towards systems and processes. It works towards improvement of systems and processes. How structure, processes and relationships can be improved to make organization more efficient and effective. Team building. Team building is very important. High-performing teams are better in productivity. Initiative should focus on team building, because it strengthens relationship and improves organizational performance. Produce result. OD initiative must produce result. If it cannot produce a justifiable result, it will be a loss of resources, and may affect organization systems and processes. OD model. OD model consists of following process. Define the problem. Establish objectives. Design solution. Implement solution. Evaluate OD results. Define the problem. Identifying the root cause of the problem is the key to OD success. If the root cause of the problem is correctly identified, solution can be planned accordingly. Problem can be identified through following ways. Engage all the stakeholders who can mutually identify the problem. Collect data to define the gap between actual and desired performance. Problem should be serious, and considered a barrier to organization's strategic goals. Establish objectives. After problem identification, objectives of the OD should be defined. These objectives should be able to define what organization can achieve through OD intervention. All stakeholders must be consulted when setting objectives. Design solution. OD consultant can aim at improving team's performance and redesigning organizational structure, systems, departmentalization, and relationship among these elements. Team's performance can be improved in following ways. Boost team productivity. Resolve conflicts among the team members. Establishing new relationship, role, task, responsibility and accountability among the team members. Redesigning organization. Many elements and relationships in the organization are interconnected, which can be modified or redesigned to improve the organization performance, which are redesigning communication process to make communication flow easier. Changing the structural characteristics of the organization like chain of command, decision-making, hierarchy level. Changing departmentalization structure. Modification of processes and adopting new technology to work more efficiently. Changing organizational culture to improve productivity. OD consultant may not modify everything, but will work on specific elements according to the root cause of the problem and established objectives. Consultant must include all relevant stakeholders during the design phase, to seek their input and ask for suggestions, keep them engaged in the OD process. Implement solution. All the stakeholders must coordinate with OD consultant for implementation. This is the stage where actions are taken to achieve OD objectives. Essential characteristics of implementation are: keep the leadership informed. Communicate with the staff about the implementation. Provide the resources for implementation. Be able to answer objections. Discuss the resistance with the stakeholders. Make sure staff work is not disturbed. Evaluate OD results. OD initiative evaluation is important. Did the OD intervention achieve its objective or not? Is the organization out of the problem which was identified earlier? If the results are positive, make the change part of the organization, by adding it to the policy or procedure. Example. Stores department of Betatech company always complain about delay in delivery of the items, which are arranged by purchase department. Purchase department explains the reason for the delay in delivery due to documentation, and delay in approving the purchase order. When the complaints are discussed in the meeting, it is found that purchase order takes 15 working days to get approved by all signing authorities. Sometimes additional documentation is also asked by signing authorities. And suppliers also take their delivery time after order confirmation. The stores department lacks in inventory planning, which is also a concern for the company. After understanding the case, the management committee decides to have an OD initiative, which can improve the efficiency and effectiveness of the organization, by redesigning the procedure. Reduce the time to get purchase order approved. Reduce the delivery time to get the material. Emphasis on stores department to have inventory planning. Training of the purchase and stores department to understand modification of the procedures. In above example, the OD initiative will take place with proper planning, and considering the resources they have. Company will follow the OD process or other procedures as per company policy. OD planning, implementation and time frame of the project is decided after consulting all the stakeholders with mutual agreement.